You come home after a long day. Your dog runs to the door, tail going crazy, eyes completely locked on you, and you walk straight past them, phone in hand, dinner on your mind. It's just a dog, right? They'll be fine. But here's what nobody tells you. In that exact moment, something real is happening inside your dog's brain. And today, we're decoding all of it. Before we get into this, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment right now telling me your dog's breed and one thing they do that you've never been able to figure out. Seriously, pause and comment. I read every single one, and your answer might actually become our next Decoded video. Okay, let's get into it. Most dog owners think ignoring their dog is harmless. You're busy, life gets in the way. The dog goes and lies down somewhere and everything seems fine. But what's actually happening underneath that calm exterior is a completely different story. Today, Dog Decoded is breaking down exactly what goes on inside your dog, emotionally, chemically, and physically, when they feel like they're being ignored. Some of this is going to surprise you. Some of it might make you want to go find your dog the second this video ends. Either way, by the time we're done, you're going to understand your dog on a level most owners never reach. Section 1. What your dog actually feels in the first 5 minutes. Dogs don't experience time the way we do. When you've been gone for 8 hours, your dog has essentially been in a state of waiting the entire time, not doing much, just waiting. So when you finally walk through that door, their brain releases a flood of oxytocin, the same bonding chemical humans feel when they hug someone they deeply love. Their heart rate goes up. Their entire focus locks on you. They are, in that moment, experiencing one of the highest emotional peaks of their entire day. And when you walk straight past them, that chemical flood has nowhere to go. Their brain doesn't just reset. It registers something that functions very closely to what we'd call rejection. Not dramatically, not permanently from one time, but the signal is real, it's chemical, and it registers every single time it happens. Section 2. The stress signals nobody recognizes. Here's where it gets really interesting. Most owners think a dog that's being ignored just goes and lies down somewhere and relaxes. And physically, yes, that's often exactly what you'll see. But the behavior underneath is completely different from normal rest. Watch for these 3 things: yawning when they're not tired, licking their lips when there's no food around, and turning their head away from you even when you're in the same room. These are what dog behaviorists call displacement behaviors. They're your dog's way of managing an emotion they don't know what to do with. Think of it like a person who's just been left out of a conversation. They don't cry. They check their phone. They look away. They find something small to do with their hands. Your dog is doing the exact same thing. They just use their body differently. And here's the part that kills me. Most owners see that yawn and think, great, the dog's relaxed. They're completely misreading what's right in front of them. Section 3. What happens to their brain? Over time. One ignored afternoon doesn't break your dog, but a pattern does. Dogs are creatures of emotional routine even more than physical routine. They don't just need food and walks on a schedule, they need connection on a schedule. And when that connection becomes unpredictable, sometimes you're warm and playful, sometimes you're distant and distracted, something called learned helplessness can start to quietly develop. It sounds dramatic, but it simply means your dog gradually stops trying to get your attention because experience has taught them it doesn't reliably work. You'll notice it as what looks like a calm, low-maintenance dog. They stop bringing you toys. They stop following you around. they start settling in a different room. And owners almost always think, great, they've become more independent. But what's actually happened is your dog has emotionally adjusted their expectations of you downward. They've decided, based on real evidence, that seeking connection just isn't worth it anymore. That's not independence. That's a dog that has quietly given up a little bit, and that distinction matters. Section 4. The physical effects. Yes, really. This is the part that surprises people most: chronic emotional neglect. And we're not talking about abuse here, just consistent inattention has documented physical effects on dogs. Studies in animal behavior have shown that dogs living in low-connection environments have measurably elevated cortisol levels. That's the primary stress hormone. And chronically elevated cortisol in dogs does exactly what it does in humans. It disrupts sleep quality, weakens the immune system over time, and can trigger persistent digestive issues. So when your dog keeps having stomach problems and the vet can't find a clear physical cause, when they're getting sick more often than they used to, when they seem restless at night even after a full walk, emotional stress is a real, genuinely underdiagnosed factor. Your dog's emotional world and their physical health are not two separate things. They run on the exact same system. Section 5. The breeds most affected. Not every dog responds to this equally, and that's important to understand. Breeds developed to work closely alongside humans, border collies, Labrador retrievers, golden retrievers, German shepherds, Whistlas, are significantly more sensitive to disconnection than naturally independent breeds like Basenjis, Chow Chows, or Shar-Peis. If you have a high attachment breed and a genuinely busy lifestyle, this isn't a reason to spiral into guilt. It's just useful information. These dogs don't need more hours, they need more intentional moments. 10 focused minutes of real engagement, actual eye contact, real play, deliberate physical touch resets their emotional baseline more effectively than being in the same room as you for 3 distracted hours. Presence is not the same as connection. Your dog knows the difference. We're the ones who sometimes forget. Section 6. The fix. Simpler than you think. Here's the part I genuinely love telling people, because there really is good news here. Dogs are remarkably forgiving emotionally. Unlike humans, they don't hold a pattern against you once you change it. The moment you start showing up consistently, their brain begins recalibrating almost immediately. You don't need to overhaul your entire life. You need 3 things. First, a greeting ritual. Every single time you come home, give your dog 60 seconds of full attention before you do anything else. Phone down, eyes on them, let the reunion actually be a reunion. Second, 1 daily connection window. Even 10 minutes of intentional play or calm physical contact, not while the TV is on, actually present, does more for your dog's emotional baseline than almost anything else you can do for them. Third, learn their specific signals. If you haven't watched our first video yet, go back and watch it after this one. We decoded the 10 signals your dog uses every single day to ask for your attention. Once you know what to look for, you will never miss them again. Those 3 things, that's genuinely all it takes to start turning this around. Your dog is not asking for a perfect owner. They're not asking for a perfectly structured day or a life with no distractions. They're asking for consistent moments where they know, without any doubt, that they matter to you. And the fact that you just watched this entire video tells me something important. You already care more than most people do. So go find your dog right now. Give them their 60 seconds. They've been waiting. If this helped you understand your dog even a little bit better, hit subscribe. We decode a new dog behavior every single week. And if you commented your dog's breed down below earlier, go check the replies. I want to see what everyone's got. See you in the next one.